Well, 2022 so far has been a year that is repeatedly kicking us in the gonads. And if you're anything like me after that result, you need a drink. And it's not surprising that I run for the bottle after that disappointing game to watch this afternoon. It wasn't terrible from start to finish, but in the end it was a very comfortable win for Wycombe Wanderers. It is a bad start to 2022 and it continues. It finished Wycombe Wanderers 2, Oxford United 0. And before we dive into anything about the game, you've just got to say congratulations to Wycombe Wanderers and well done to them, and congratulations to your fans. You thoroughly deserve that victory today. I thought you showed you were a much stronger, organised team than Oxford United. You deservedly are on a good run of form and deservedly be up in the automatic promotion places because, it wasn't a good one today for us. And what baffles me is we know what Wycombe are like. We know how they play. We know their style, and Oxford have had a week to prepare for this game, and they produced a very strange performance, which in the end felt like a very easy win for Wycombe, where we played into their hands a little bit. And it came from a first half where I thought we competed all right in the first half. It wasn't a great game, but I thought out of the football that was played, I thought we played the better football, although I do think the football was way too direct. Way too many aimless long balls up to Taylor, which he's never going to win in a million years. When we actually did get the ball down, which usually happened after we won the ball back from pressing, we were able to get in behind Wycombe quite successfully with the likes of Holland and Williams, and they did cause problems to that back line. And indeed, we could have gone 1-0 up in this game, and it probably would have been a different game if we did. Nathan Holland spurned a glorious chance, but it was fantastic defending from Wycombe Wanderers, getting back and blocking an open goal. He's not open, is it? But the goalie was nowhere after a good move where Williams got to the byline, dragged it back, Holland around about the penalty spot, first time shot, whole goal to aim at, but the Wycombe player sticks a leg out and it goes behind for a corner. The other chance for Oxford was from Holland, who got a good shot away, getting to the edge of the box, and Stockdale produced a good save, but they were few and far between, and quite often when we got into good areas, the decision making was not good enough. But defensively, I at least thought Oxford sat in a decent shape and contained Wycombe and kept chances to a premium. When they got near our goal, we crowded them out quite well. There weren't really many things for Eastwood to do. We limited the amount of free kicks and corners that they got. But the goal came from the first corner, although you can't really say it was a defensive mistake. It's a brilliant finish by Thompson. The ball gets recycled from initially heading the ball away from Oxford from the corner, comes to the edge of the box. It's played back to Thompson, who has to chest the ball, and it goes miles up in the air. And then it just comes down. He just volleys it brilliantly into the bottom corner. A very controlled volley as well. It wasn't a thrash. And that is a moment of class, you have to say. Oxford's point of view, all goals are avoidable. I know you're going to say we should have got out to him, we should have stopped it, someone should have got a block on it. But you sometimes have to say well done, and that is a big tip of the cap for me, because that was a great goal, and it needed something special to separate the sides in that first half, and Wycombe, unfortunately, were the ones who got it. But unfortunately, from Oxford's point of view, we didn't respond well to going a goal down. We didn't respond well at the end of the first half, and we didn't respond well at the end of the second half either. We got very erratic, very sloppy. We were too desperate to get back into the game. And obviously, if you can get it back into the game quickly, that's great. But we weren't patient. We just needed to relax a little bit, let the game die down, and just keep doing what we were doing, because we were in the game. We were creating chances. We were looking okay. And you'd have thought if we just carried on with the composure that we showed in the first half, we would have been better suited to go out and stay in this game. But instead, we were very sloppy. You sensed the second goal might have came at the end of the first half, but it didn't. But the second half, again, we were just overhitting passes, players taking bad touches and giving the ball away in the bad areas, and it just meant Wycombe could just counter-attack on us, and they cut us open. Before the second goal, they cut us open on two occasions before that. I think it was Hanlon who did get the second goal eventually, who had a great chance to score the second goal, but it was blocked by Seddon, pretty similar to the Holland one where he seemed like he had the whole goal to aim at and hit the defender. Another chance came in as well, where Eastwood actually made a good save. But then the third one, again, Oxford give the ball away in midfield. Wycombe can counter-attack. They cut us to ribbons. Hanlon is in acres of space and this time produces a wonderful finish. Easy, controlled, composed. Everything that Oxford weren't on the day under Eastwood. And at 2-0, you didn't think Oxford were going to get back into it, and we didn't really have a sniff from that point. But I take issue with Oxford's tactics, which were baffling all game. When we had one man up front, we were banging long balls out wide up to Taylor and hoping that he would hold the ball up, which he didn't do a very good job of, but not surprisingly. We didn't play any football. We're supposed to be a good football inside, but we didn't try and pass the ball around at all. We were very, very direct, and it didn't suit us well at all. And let's not even get started on set pieces, because they were abysmal throughout the whole bloody game. And Wycombe actually looked more likely to score from our set pieces than we did. That shows you how bad they were. But then when we changed it and we brought Winnell on up front, someone who is probably better at being a target man, as much as people don't like him, we all of a sudden started playing football. We started to pass the ball out of defence. We started to try and play little pockets and get in behind. And we looked so much better when we were doing it. So why weren't we doing that from the start of the bloody game? I just don't understand it at times. There's Oxford been guilty of that too many times this season, where we've been trying to be too direct, and it goes away from what we're good at and what our strengths are, which is trying to control the game in possession. And all in all, the game just got more frustrating because you just didn't feel that we were going to get back into it, and Wycombe very much deserved the victory overall, and fireworks at the end at Adams Park, but they're in a great run of form, and I don't think there's too many better sides in League One than Wycombe Wanderers, and that is a tough thing to say, and I'm probably going to get a lot of crap for it down below. But if you take away the stigma, if you take away the fact that we always go on about time wasting unfairly, because we do it just as bad as anyone else, we go on about their tactics, but what's wrong with their tactics? They got players that can hold the ball up. They've got players that can run in behind, and they play to those strengths. I don't see why anyone has a problem with it. And they are probably the most organised side in League One. And Gareth Ainsworth sets the side out, and everybody is singing off the same hymn sheet. They are very well organised. Players putting their bodies on the line, desperate to stop every block, every pass, every shot, every cross. And you can't say the same about Oxford United. We tried to play in a different way, but that doesn't mean our way is the right way. And you can't knock Wycombe for playing the way they play. And I don't think there is a harder side to play than Wycombe Wanderers at the moment. They are just a winning machine. And as an Oxford fan, it isn't easy to take, but you've got to give them credit and you've got to take it on the chin, I'm afraid. Which is why I would say don't get too down about it, Oxford fans. We're not in the best form. We've had a shit start to 2022 with 2 defeats and a draw. But we can improve. We've shown in the first half of the season we can be a match for any side in this league, and not many sides are going to be as hard and as stubborn as Wycombe. We've got Wednesday next weekend. Should be a great game at the Kassam Stadium. It'll be a full house, and you'd like to see Oxford put in a performance. Now, I know we missed Herbie Kane today, but would he really have made that much of a difference? We do need strength. We do need some strength in that midfield. I don't think we're a lightweight side, but without the likes of Alex Goran, we are a little bit open because we've got too many offensive players in there and not enough stoppers. And we certainly need some backup for Matty Taylor, because while I don't think he's tired, as some people say, I think we just need a different option. And I don't think many people think Winnell or Adji are those options, but I've said that on this channel before. But we probably won't make any signings until the very last day of the window, because they're probably more concerned about keeping Brannigan and keeping Sykes than they are about bringing anyone else in. It's going to be doom and gloom, and I'm expecting it to be doom and gloom down in the comments from Oxford fans. Wycombe fans, go nuts, man. Go nuts in those comments. You can write as much crap and as much mockery in there as you like, because quite frankly, you deserve it and you were better than us today. But, as I say, it's not all doom and gloom, Oxford fans. Try and be a tiny bit constructive about it, about where we can move on going forward, because we're still in a promotion chase with 20 games to go, and that is still a huge number of games. So, yeah, not great, not good. Let's not hit the bottle too hard. Nothing to enjoy today, I'm afraid. But if you can hit like and if you can hit subscribe, that would help me out very much. Thank you for following Very Biased Opinions and for watching any minute of any one of my videos. I'll be back next week for more Premier League preview and for a review of Oxford versus Sheffield Wednesday. So keep the faith, Yellows fans, and I'll see you soon.